98.1 FM and AM 1220.
It is 8:39 on this Thursday. We have an in-studio guest this morning. It is Jackie. She is the co-administrator from BeStyle Home Care. Good morning, Jackie. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm well. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. We're going to talk about BeStyle Home Care. BeStyle. Where do we get the name BeStyle, Jackie?
BeStyle Home Care. It's where you can take your loved one, where your loved ones can stay in their house and be comfortable instead of sending them somewhere to a home.
A home of some sort.
Yes.
It is statistically known that that's what most of us prefer. We want to stay in our home as long as possible.
Of course, it's more comfortable that way. If you're in another place and you're uncomfortable, you don't know where you're at, you don't know the people, you have to get used to their times of giving you food and coming to clean your house and arranging things. And when you're in your house, it's during your time.
It's your time, it's your home, it's your things, it's your stuff. You have accumulated stuff. And we all have stuff that we love and our stuff around us. And why would we want to, we don't want to leave. We don't want to leave. And memories and all kinds of, on and on and on. Statistically, that's what we want to do. We want to stay in our home as long as possible. And BeStyle Home Care can help us with that. Because when we get, and in addition to, we'll talk about the elderly. But in addition, there are also times when someone is rehabbing. You've had some surgery and you need some help around, you have 3 weeks, you're recovering and you need some help around the house. You can't do what you've normally done. Short term, long term, BeStyle is there for you. So talk to that a little bit, Jackie.
Also, statistically, for that, when you're doing rehab, it's also better if you're in your home, because when you go to these places where you get rehab, it's not very many people are taking care of you. You're kind of just sitting there taking meds for the pain, opposed to being at home. You can have your physical therapy come to your house and make you more comfortable there. You get used to using your stuff there.
Which is really important, Jackie, because yes, when you're rehabbing, you can go to, a physical therapist or a rehab facility. That being said, you don't have your stuff. So there might be a certain porch area that you have to be careful of. And if PT comes to you, you can navigate or go upstairs or navigate the kitchen or navigate whatever you need to do. You're right there. So again, at home is always best.
Is always best. So we have short term, we have long term. If someone calls for a long term, coming to mind, elderly, grandma, grandpa need a little bit of help. They need a little bit of help, maybe making meals or forgetting to take their meds. Memory's not too great, right? We need all those types of things. Can you speak to, maybe some of the list of things that you can help with? Yes, our caregivers are there to remind you that it's time to take your meds, to help you prepare your foods, to take you to the store if you need to pick something up. Sometimes you just want some leisure and you want to go have a meal out and your loved ones are busy, they're at work, or, they have doctor's appointments that they need to be taken to. You take them to that. You help them get up and maybe use the restroom or just stand around and make sure they're going to be okay.
Let me speak to that. Going out and about. So maybe you have some errands to be done, or maybe a doctor's appointment, or you need to go to the pharmacy to get your meds. Or like you said, maybe you just want to have lunch out because you've been in the house for quite some time, especially recovering from something. So your caregivers are licensed and they use their own car. Yes. Is that what happens?
That's correct.
They use their own car for those errands and whatnot.
Yes.
And so everything is perfectly safe.
Yes.
Vetted.
Covered. Yeah.
How do you vet your caregivers?
We thoroughly have background checks. They have to run their fingerprints, and we make sure they have insurance and everything that they need so that they are 100% covered with the client that we have.
So the client has absolutely no worries. They just have someone come in. Maybe how about companionship? Do you provide just, sometimes sometimes they just, some of our elderly are a little bit on the lonely side.
Yes, and they just want to converse with someone. So we also have people of that speak different languages, because sometimes, they want to speak their own language and just hang out and tell their stories and have some. You never want to eat alone, so have one to sit with you and while you eat.
Do a puzzle, whatever.
Exactly.
Excellent. It is called BeStyle In-Home Care. If our listeners want more information, I know you have an amazing website. I was just on it. It is BeStyleHomeCare.com, correct?
That's correct.
Absolutely beautiful, user-friendly website that I would suggest they go to first. And that way they can call you, maybe set up an appointment.
Yes, from the website, you can directly call or set up an appointment. Also, the phone number is 661-417-4414.
One more time.
661-417-4414. And something else I wanted to mention is that we also help the client fill out paperwork if they need to be reimbursed with their insurance. There's some insurances like CalPress, which one of our clients uses, and we were able to help them with the documents required so that they can get reimbursement if they have coverage for long-term care.
Long-term care, which is not, long-term care insurance is something that maybe next time when you come in, let's talk about, because I don't know if people understand insurance versus long-term care insurance. Very different things.
Yes.
Very different things. And we might want to get into that at some point, Jackie. We've been talking to Jackie, co-administrator for BeStyle In-Home Care. If you have a need for a caregiver, maybe you're the client, maybe it's your grandma, maybe grandpa, maybe they speak a different language, maybe they're rehabbing, maybe they just need a little companionship. Check it out. BeStyle In-Home Care. It is a beautiful website, BeStyleHomeCare.com. Go there. Maybe ask for Jackie or Jackie. I know Eva is one of the owners.
Yes.
Or the owner. Is she the sole?
She's a CEO.
CEO. Lovely, lovely Eva from BeStyle. She's so incredibly kind and nice. And Jackie, of course. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
And next time, let's get into it. Let's get into long-term care next time.
Sounds great.
Okay.